It's really exciting to know that Enid Woodring Regional Airport is going to become the first Purple Heart Airport in the state of Oklahoma. That is amazing because of such deep history we have at this airport.
I'm excited that Woodring Regional Airport is going to be named a Purple Heart Airport. And I want to thank Elaine Johns and Jack Toney and the Woodring Wall of Honor for getting it done.
We were the first municipally bonded airport in the state of Oklahoma. We have a deep, rich history of supporting our veterans and our Air Force Base.
We think it's a great way to express our support of veterans and those who have served us here at the country and those who have been wounded in the line of service.
You know, you can look at that little sign up there that said Purple Heart Airport, and you know, it may mean something to some people. It'll mean a lot to some people. And to me, it would mean a lot.
This proclamation says, whereas Woodring Regional Airport has sincere gratitude for the men and women who, over the years, have selflessly served their country in our nation's armed forces, and whereas the Woodring Regional Airport in the city of Enid was the first municipality bonded airport in Oklahoma, and for more than 80 years has been an auxiliary site for military aviation training while honoring those men and women who have served their country in our nation's armed forces. And whereas the Purple Heart is the oldest military decoration in present use and was initially created as the badge of military merit by General George Washington in 1782, and whereas the Purple Heart was the first American Service Award and decoration made available to the common soldier and is specifically awarded to members of the United States Armed Forces who have been wounded or paid the ultimate sacrifice in combat for our country, and whereas Woodring Regional Airport, in conjunction with the Purple Heart, proudly supports the designation of the Woodring Regional Airport as a Purple Heart Airport on behalf of not only to the recipients of this most prestigious service award, but for all veterans in the city of Enid. And whereas Woodring Regional Airport greatly appreciates the sacrifices our Purple Heart recipients have made in defending our freedom and acknowledges those men and women for their courage by showing our support and our honor. Now therefore, I, David M. Mason, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of Enid, do hereby proclaim the city of Enid, Oklahoma, Woodring Regional Airport as a Purple Heart Airport.
It just goes along with everything else that we have. The Woodring Wall of Honor and Veterans Park, our Vietnam Memorial Wall, the beautiful mural that depicts the history. Clyde Cessna started here. Charles Lindbergh flew into this airport. Amelia Earhart flew into this airport. Wiley Post.
I'll tell you another little story right there at Woodring. When I was going to Vietnam, a good friend of mine stood out here, Max Wofford. He was stood out here and he said, well, I hate to see you go because I know you ain't gonna make it back. I said, that's a nice thing to say, Max. He said, no, you ain't got enough sense. You never had enough sense. I said, I'll bring you a medal back, Max. And I did.
And so it is just super exciting that this is going to become the first Purple Heart Airport in Oklahoma.